Ah! What's up? What's up?
What's up?
What's up, Pinkcast?
I'm dead. What's up?
Welcome back to another episode of Pinkcast.
Yes, sir.
Today,
It's a good day for a good day.
yeah, oh, yes, it is.
Yes.
It's always a good day. Happy Halloween to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I am Ghostface. I'm gonna take this off now.
So we instead of doing a weekly review for the NFL, we have a special episode. NBA's tipping off tomorrow.
It's today. Lakers Nuggets at 6:30.
This will be it's gonna be a little bit different of an episode. We'll be doing a NBA tier list rankings. We'll probably be arguing a lot, but we're gonna give our views on how the season.
A lot of arguing, just to warn.
How we think the season's gonna go.
NBA is back. I'm super excited about that.
Guess who's back?
Absolutely.
It's about time.
Back again.
Instead of just baseball.
I don't know why I'm so excited because it's going to be the same bullshit in Philly, and we're going to miss another playoff spot. We're gonna lose another playoff game.
Yeah.
Round, so
Can't wait to lose in the divisional again.
oh yeah,
Or sorry, not
Right.
the divisional.
won't even be close.
Semis.
Won't even be close. Celtics have
Semis.
Kristaps
I almost
Porzingis.
forgot this was
So
not.
All right.
All right, y'all should know how the fuck this works. If you haven't seen a tier list, you live under a rock, and you guys have no life. Or you're just Amish. So, we're just gonna go in order, random, just from the top left corner of the teams, and we're just gonna go down. We should probably make a couple more. So we're gonna have contenders at the top, playoff lock, playoff hopeful, mid as fuck boy, and then absolute garbage.
So starting off, we have the Atlanta Hawks. They are Eastern Conference team. So how do you guys feel about the Atlanta Hawks this year?
I don't know, especially with John Collins going to the Jazz. I mean, I don't think they really lack that much from trading him. They did. I think they're gonna lack on the backcourt, especially.
Okay.
I think their defense isn't gonna be as good as it was before. It already wasn't like that great, but I mean, it's starting to get into that point where they're just kind of sitting in that lower 40% of the league, and it's like, what do you do at this point? But I still think they're always just gonna sit in that like 8-9 seed. I mean, unless if Trae Young goes into like absolute superstar mode, or DeJounte Murray takes like another step up, which obviously I don't think that's really gonna happen. I still think they're just. I mean, obviously, playoff hopeful is where I think they should.
Yeah, I agree. Did you say their backcourt was lacking, or did you mean their front court?
Oh, sorry. Oh, I meant the front court. Oh,
Okay, I figured you did. I was just making sure.
I get a little bit confused.
So-
I would say they're going to be playoff hopeful. They need more productivity from their players, especially since John Collins is gone. If that doesn't pick up, it's going to be another even season or possibly worse. But I do see them because they were like the 5th, 7th seed last year.
Yeah.
I do see them hopeful for a playoff spot.
Yeah, I agree. Overall, I think the roster is pretty okay. It's nothing that's going to wow me, but Trae Young, I'm a huge fan of, and I don't know about you guys, but I really like John Collins as a player.
Yeah.
I think he could fit on a lot of teams pretty well and make an impact, but I don't know. I'm a big fan of the production he has, but I don't know. It's just the consistency with him, but maybe a different role on a different team will make that better for him. But overall, I think the Atlanta Hawks are just right in that playoff hopeful spot for sure.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right, Celtics. That's pretty obvious. They are just complete garbage.
Get out of here! Get out of here! Get out of here! We got to put them in.
Yeah, they are. They at this point they should be the. I mean, I would have said the Bucks after they got Damian Lillard, but since they got Drew Holiday, I mean they kind gave up a lot for that. I think their future, like in terms of getting younger stars, are going to lack in the future. But they're clearly they should. It's going to be a fight with the Bucks on who's going to.
They also got Kristaps Porzingis. Kristaps Porzingis is
say,
going to be a huge help against basically their only threat, which is Philly.
No, I'm saying in terms of their picks. Like, because they kind of traded a little too much for Drew.
I mean, the only thing that the Celtics need to worry about are the Bucks, and you just have to hope and pray that Damian Lillard and Giannis mesh, and that offense meshes really well, which I think it will. And then a struggling, obviously you have only Joel Embiid and a distant James Harden, Philadelphia 76ers that can deal with. So it should be an easy first-round win contending spot for them.
Even if one of them can't stay healthy, they still have like 3 more to back up on, which is just ridiculous. So even if like even if KP can't stay healthy, which honestly, let's be realistic, he's probably not going to play a full 82 games and not even close.
Yeah, but they have the stats to back him up. I mean, they have Robert Williams. Robert Williams is a great backup center.
Yeah, I mean, this team top to bottom has.
I think they traded Robert Williams.
Let's just take a look here. Malcolm Brogdon.
They still have Robert Williams.
Malcolm Brogdon, Jaylen Brown, Blake Griffin, Al
looking
Horford.
At the roster right now.
They have Al Horford and Robert Williams to back.
Ah, you're right. They do not have Robert Williams.
Oh, they don't.
Yeah, they traded him with Drew, and then they gave up like 2 first-round picks too.
I mean, they still have Blake. They still have Blake Griffin and Al Horford. Al Horford's
really solid.
I
also like Al Horford a lot.
Al Horford's like Rudy Gobert, but he can shoot. So I mean,
I wouldn't say that quite, but
yeah,
he's definitely.
Thinking of Al Horford like he's 40 years old and he's been in the league for 20.
I'm gonna be honest, dude. He's 37
because he's bald.
He's 37.
Bro,
he's 37.
Yeah, he's pretty old. But I always thought of him like he's been in the league since like LeBron.
That's crazy. That's crazy,
dude. I thought he's been in the league since like. I don't even know, man. Like
1995 or something.
Yeah.
I remember him on like the early Hawks teams with like, that's crazy. With like Kyle Korver and I'm trying to think who else was on there, but yeah.
That 2015 Hawks team.
Yeah.
That was the first seed.
Yeah.
Best record in the league with like a
That's
bunch
crazy.
of nobody. Not nobodies, but like nobody, like no superstar or anything.
Yeah. Jeff Teague on
but
there.
Anyway, we got Celtics contenders. Yeah. That's pretty obvious.
Yeah.
Onto the Brooklyn
Absolutely.
Nets. Sorry.
Had
to deal with those.
Are we gonna put them?
Hold
mid?
on. So
I mean...
Brooklyn Nets. I'll put at.
Because Ben Simmons might have a resurgence. They still have young players.
I'll put him at playoff hopeful because they made it last year, but
that's because
they're supposed to be like a tad better this year than they were last year. So I still think they could make a spot, but
yeah,
we'll see.
Maybe play in. I mean, the addition of Mikal Bridges really makes me think they can make the playoffs, but also like.
Ben Simmons did have a pretty good preseason showing, so I'm hopeful Ben Simmons does something for Brooklyn instead of wasting a roster spot. Because
I'm kind of tripping. I think this team might be better than we think.
It was completely underrated last year too.
They ended the season at like the 8 seed.
Yeah, they made it in, but I mean
they have so much depth that's insane.
They basically
they have so many players, dude.
They basically got swept by Philadelphia, but
the thing is, there's no like perennial all-star. That's why that we look at him.
But Mikal Bridges could turn into that.
What's crazy?
Yeah, Mikal could turn into one.
Easily. Brooklyn finished.
Obviously, I'm thinking like 7-8 seed.
I'm kind of thinking almost lock, but I don't know.
I would put them in playoff hopeful just because they're not.
Yep.
They could have some sort of horrible downfall.
Spencer Dinwiddie gets hurt.
Yeah.
They did finish 5th last year. They finished above the Heat and the Hawks. So, for some reason, but we'll keep Brooklyn
Yeah.
hopeful.
So we have this has all been Eastern teams right now, just to let you guys know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. Okay. Then Chicago.
I want to know, because this is my team. Well, it was my team. I want to know, because I don't know everything that's going on with this team, but they have a good starting lineup. They just added Patrick Beverley, so that's going to help their defense more. When is Lonzo Ball coming back?
Should I make this like play-in right here?
I want to say play-in. Yeah, we can do play-in.
I feel
playoff
better.
hopeful is no. Playoff
Alright.
hopeful is playing because you're hoping to make the playoffs.
With the roster that they have, DeMar, Zach,
I gotta say
Vooch.
they gotta be playoff hopeful.
they need to be playoff hopeful.
I think they're mid.
Chicago
You do?
Bulls are actually supposed to be worse than last year. I just feel like with the roster that they have, though, and the players that they've added, they've added a little bit of depth, so they should be fine if some type of injury comes to the team. But
If Lonzo Ball was healthy and playing basketball right now, I would say
they just don't have a lack of assets. They just
yes.
have Vucevic and DeMar and Zach. Just a trio.
I still think DeMar should get traded.
I'm still gonna keep him at playoff.
They don't
Hopeful,
trade
just
him
to hold out
because
hope
they're
the
going
Bears- or the
absolutely
Bears.
nowhere with
The
that.
Bulls.
No,
good.
they like going. Hey, Chicago likes going after the roses. Okay, let them be. Let them be. I like.
I
that.
get it. Derrick Rose to Rose in.
I feel like
It can
like
happen,
they can be,
but I still think Chicago's pretty mid. That's just my opinion. But if you guys think
Okay.
playoff hopeful, sure.
Yeah,
All right,
I
the
definitely. LA Clippers.
oh, dude,
Clippers.
I don't know what to say about this.
You know, we're still. You know, you
I
say.
gotta say playoff lock.
I mean, yeah, obviously playoff lock, but we're still holding out that the fact that people are still hopeful that this team is a championship team, or like that window is still open for Paul George and Kawhi. I mean, obviously they're bona fide stars.
Playoff heat. Oh, I mean, it's Garrett said playoff lock. I wanted to add a few things.
Okay, go ahead.
With the roster that they have, we've been seeing this for the past couple of years. Everyone is expecting so much from this team because of the amount of weapons that they have. Almost like the Dallas Cowboys situation and the Saints situation, where they should be much better than the way they've been performing. If anything, I personally, with the roster that they have and how much they need to improve from last year, I feel like I want to put them up instantly at contenders because they just have that stacked of a team. Like they're stacked like the fucking Celtics are. I don't see how they couldn't do anything.
I don't think
Yeah.
the Clippers are stacked like the Celtics. It's
Batum-
literally just Paul George,
They have Batum.
Kawhi, and a decent bench.
They
That's
have
it.
Nicholas Batum, Paul George, Eric Gordon, Bones Highland, Reggie
Oh,
Jackson,
Zubac, pretty
Luke
decent.
Kennard.
Russell Westbrook.
Luke Kennard, Kawhi Leonard, Russell Westbrook, John Wall, Mason Plumlee. I mean, they have depth. They have Zubac too. So I feel like the only thing they were lacking in. I feel like the only place that they were lacking in was the center because Zubac was just like a rebounding center. They needed someone more productive. But, you know, if you have a lineup like this, I think Zubac would be a great center, great assist player.
Mhm. I
West
agree.
is just too good, man. I think
Yeah.
if you put them in the East, they'd probably be like a 3 seed. I'd be honest, but I just think they're a playoff lock. We all know that for sure. All right,
Yeah.
Hornets, the Hornets. Yeah, complete fucking garbage.
Yeah.
I want to
This team
say.
is not going to go anywhere.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't. I had to go take care of something. Sorry.
This team is not going to go anywhere, especially if, I hope that Scoot Henderson ends up being exactly what he's supposed to, what he's made out to be. Exactly
He's on Portland.
where he was drafted. Oh shit! Wait a minute. Who did they get?
They got
Brandon Miller, Nick
Oh,
Smith
I
Jr.,
forgot.
Mark Williams.
Brandon Miller. They
Brandon
got Brandon
Miller.
Miller.
Brandon Miller. I hope he pans out exactly how they expect him to, because God, this team needs a boost. I thought LaMelo Ball was going to be the reason why this team got boosted, but apparently this franchise is just so cursed that they can't move unless they have like a super team. I swear. And then
Yeah.
LaMelo Ball needs to start to learn to stay healthy, and
What?
you know. But this team is just gonna.
Kemba did it, and also I want to point out.
Yeah, but they weren't good.
They didn't add just
Play.
Brandon Miller. They have Nick Smith Jr. Although they're expected to be
Oh
the
yeah,
worst.
so amazing.
They're expected to be the worst team in the league because they're a fucking team full of rookies. That's what they are.
I mean, their highest age player is literally like 33,
Yeah.
and that's Gordon Hayward. And the next person up is Terry Rozier for the oldest. So they're super young.
I just
Yeah,
don't understand why they
very young
traded.
team.
Did they trade? Who did they have? Mikal Bridges, and they traded him.
They have Miles Bridges,
Miles
but
Bridges,
I
I'm
don't think
sorry.
he's gonna play. And he's solid for them, but I don't think he's gonna be playing basketball.
Miles Bridges.
This team had such potential like a couple of years ago to go like make a push at like they thought the development of these younger players are going to be so much better. Everybody expected it, and
Yeah,
nothing happened.
Last
It's just
year-
such
Right
a
on.
Hornet.
Yeah, last
All
year
right,
I thought
man.
they'd
Just
get
such
enough
a
of the
Hornets
plan.
way
for
to
sure.
like.
For sure.
Yeah.
Next team, yeah, let's go ahead and put Cleveland
Cavaliers.
playoff lock.
Playoff lock, yeah.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
I mean,
I mean, they have two superstars, so
you talking about Spida MVP?
they got
MVP
okay. Maybe Mitchell's definitely a superstar, but I don't know. Is
They're a well balanced unit because they added on Max Strus and George Niang. They added on wing. They basically added on wing shooters, which is what they lacked last year. I think they're going to be that really is going to balance them out. So they had a really bad first round exit last year, but I mean, with them supplying their weaknesses, I think they'll do good. Playoff lock.
yeah,
Man, I would almost.
you would almost what?
He's muted.
Hello. Oh,
Garrett. Oh. I think he has bad internet.
I mean, I would almost put them in contention. Just such a top pick. Actually, it's been mobile. Did you hear anything I just said?
No.
You just hear anything
I just heard.
I said?
This is what we heard. We heard. Rendered
Oh, dude, any of that?
rendered at the lowest frame rate possible. So you just hear. I literally heard pixels for the first time.
Mine'll be quick. Honestly, this team looks really well set up, and I love how they built around Darius Garland, and they added Donovan Mitchell last year, and I think this team can do a lot of great things. They're a very, very deep team.
Cavaliers.
So, yeah.
I like it. Picasso.
Pretty sick
So-
of them.
Yeah.
I think we have to. The
All
next,
right, the,
next one we have to pick. I want to put him over Boston.
All right. That's fine. Yeah, we can do that. Then they were going to put that over there.
Clipper. Ooh.
I still will never understand how the best team in the whole NBA doesn't even their best player, the best player in the whole world right now doesn't even like to play basketball. It's like funny.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
Hey,
to
he
me.
loves it.
He'd rather be
Yeah,
with his
it's-
horses
it's-
on a ranch.
I think Jokic just doesn't like the American culture. I think that's just.
Well,
it.
yeah,
I
'cause
think
he
he likes
doesn't-
to play basketball himself, but he doesn't like everything that surrounds it.
Because he has
So-
he has a giant
He likes to
ranch
just
back
go
in
and out
Lithuania.
into his horses.
He has a giant
Hey,
ranch. and he-
maybe we can see. Hey, maybe we can see the Nuggets. Maybe we can see Jokic's horse.
I'm sorry.
Hoist the next title trophy.
I am
up on the
sorry.
podium.
I'm sorry, dude, but when he does nothing better to do in his free time, he's sitting on the sideline. You think he's listening to music? No, he's bidding on horses.
He's
wrong with that,
sitting at
Clay?
the Kentucky Derby every weekend.
What's wrong with,
But
what's wrong with that?
yeah, clearly this is. I mean, there's been nothing that changed about this team. They're going to be right up there again. Hopefully, as long as this team stays healthy, this is the exact same team. I can't guarantee that they're going to win the title because that's kind of just how the cookie crumbles when
Biased.
it comes to that top 4 team. You kind of never know who's going to like prevail that season.
You know
But
what's you know what's-
clearly,
yeah, it's
we
great.
should be looking at a Celtics Nuggets finals if the best teams win.
The Nuggets
That's how we're looking
continue.
at
The Nuggets continue to stay good because even if they're lacked with injuries, like Jamal Murray being out, Michael Porter being out, I think Aaron Gordon, Michael Porter, and Jamal Murray were all hurt at one point with this team. Nikola makes up for it with the crazy ass talent and passing he's got. I mean, he's pretty much like a 3-in-1 player, so not going anywhere.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Next team.
Denver Nuggets, man. Obviously, defending champs, so for sure. Houston.
Nuggets. Houston, we have a huge problem. You are not doing anything. You are garbage. Still.
Are we putting them at garbage? Because I don't
We'll
really
give-
know
we'll give
how they
Houston-
are right now.
I think garbage.
We'll give Houston a slow start to launch. How about that?
Because they added a lot of pieces, didn't they?
So they're paying how
Yep,
much?
they got,
They're paying how
Dylan
much?
Brooks and yeah, they did get Fred. You know what? Put him up to mid.
They're,
I was
they're-
gonna say, dude, I don't think they could be
Yeah,
garbage
Fred.
with the roster they got.
They're,
Yeah,
pay,
Freddie.
they're going to be way better. They were almost like dead last year, but they're paying how much for like a 4-spot jump from dead last to like 23rd? They're paying.
I mean,
Fred VanVleet and Dylan Brooks way too much money.
I think they are the worst team with not that much cap space.
This is either going to work or it's going to implode.
I mean,
Like
here's the
really
thing.
quick for this team.
It's not going to work. It's not. Gonna
Amen
work.
Tom could be a good player for them though. Like we don't know.
Dylan Brooks is going to make everybody fight on the team.
Maybe they have that dog in them. Maybe they actually freaking care about basketball. Because you
Yeah,
remember
Jalen
last
Green.
year,
Jalen Green
You remember-
becomes the new Shy.
Jalen Green's going to be the new Jaw Wick.
okay.
Oh my god, no.
right.
Clearly, I mean, this is still the same team, but it's just kind of sad because we need to. I mean, at this point, you need to start seeing development, some pretty big jumps in like Jalen Green and everybody else that they've drafted over the last few years, and it doesn't seem like it's
I'd still call
going where. I'm not convinced that the Rockets are still not going to be good for.
I'd call them
very
garbage.
long.
I don't think they're gonna have. I don't even think they're gonna have a winning record or even close to even. I think they're gonna be garbage still.
No shit.
They
I
need to
mean,
be
that's kind of
garbage.
obvious.
I'd say no more than 30 wins, but from this team,
We don't even know if the Jazz are going to have a winning record.
I'd call them garbage in my opinion. So
I think
All
they're
right.
good just because
All
they're
right.
way better than. I don't know.
the Ely
Tough.
Leakers.
All right, we got the Lakers playoff lock.
What?
Dude,
What?
come on, bro.
What?
They
they're
gotta
not. No, they're
be.
fucking not.
What?
No, they're
They got
not.
LeBron James on that team, and they've been making hella moves.
All right, yeah, I put them at fifth. I had them at fifth, so even further. No, I mean
Fine.
fifth overall. I'd call them a contender.
I don't know how they're not a contender with the team they have.
Yeah, they picked up. They picked up. They had a free agency feast, bro.
I mean, Garrett, they were literally in the conference finals.
They picked up Jackson
Last
Hayes.
year.
They picked up Jackson Hayes, Cam Reddish, and Torian Prince. Those are like actually 3 solid players and they're not old as fuck. Maybe Torian
Yeah.
Prince, but I mean Christian Wood too. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how they're not. They were a series away from the world, the finals.
I love what they did. Oh,
Yeah, they got lucky because they were able to play, able to play against the Warriors.
They
That's
freed up.
They
cap
were
space.
lucky because they got to play against the Warriors.
They got rid of Dennis
instead
Schroeder.
of Suns.
They got rid of
Instead of
Dennis
the
Schroeder.
Suns.
They got
Or
rid
wait,
of
was it
Schroeder.
the Suns?
The
No.
Suns didn't do
wasn't the Suns.
shit.
They got rid of
Not the Suns.
Schroeder, Beasley, and Mo Bamba, so they got some space. They picked up a lot of cool free agents. They've transformed that team. They're a lot better. I think they'll do a lot better than they did last year. So, but they are a
Dude,
contender.
they're definitely a contender.
Definitely contender.
Okay. Clay, you got that phone?
I wouldn't say definitely, but I
I'm
would
waiting.
say
Waiting for it.
All right.
Milwaukee Bucks. We're gonna put
all right.
second
The
place.
Milwaukee Bucks.
Second place, Milwaukee Bucks. I put them
Yeah,
over the
obviously.
Celtics in my. Until we know the offense can mesh, which they should.
Yeah.
Logo Dame should be amazing for them.
Absolutely.
pretty obvious. Bro.
Yeah. Definitely contenders in my book. I don't see where this team. I don't see how it doesn't work between Dame and Giannis, and I think it's gonna be a really fun team to watch. And we're gonna see some fun basketball, hopefully, and hopefully that team stays healthy. That'd be
God, I hope
a fun team to
Damian
watch.
I hope Damian Lillard wins the championship.
Me too.
God, I hope he gets a ring.
That's who I want to win it all this year. Is either the Bucks or
Yup, that's who I want because of him.
Yeah.
Because fuck Celtics, Lakers always being good.
Yeah, I understand why you want to put them in playoff lock, but I just can't do it. The roster they got, can't do it.
Who are we talking about?
The Lakers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Nope, Milwaukee,
All right.
easy contender spot.
Heat. This is kind of tricky. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm kind of between these two right now.
Not a contender. Jesus Christ. Oh my God.
How are they not?
Playoff lock.
I mean, I'll put them here, but
The Miami.
Let's preface this really quick. They made the playoffs. They made it to the finals as an 8 seed.
I'm
And
sorry.
they had like a once-in-a-lifetime run. I don't think that run should just automatically... just because you had a good 16, or like, not a 16, but like a good 12-game run.
Do you not remember what they did in the bubble?
However long it took them to make the finals.
Bro,
I don't think that necessarily means they're automatically contenders.
do you
but
not
they
remember? Do you not
playoff
remember what they did in the bubble?
Say that.
They not only have they done it once, they've done it multiple times where they have shown, even though that they're an 8th seed, even though they've barely made it by the skin of their teeth. As long as they have Jimmy Butler on that team, they're fucking dangerous. They should be a playoff lock every year. And they caused not only that, they were tied for the top of the division last year for I think like the first half of the season. So honestly, if they weren't bugged down with injuries last year, like losing Tyler Hero, they should have finished a lot higher than when they finished last year. They should be a playoff lock.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I just don't
Yeah.
think they're contenders.
Well, yeah, they'll never be a contender until they get a number 1 seed, sure. But
all right.
a lot of people doubt the Miami Heat.
Nobody said that, like, just because you make the playoffs and you're not in contenders doesn't mean that you can't make a run, because obviously anything
Yeah.
can happen.
So
And
here's
if anybody's going to do it, it's the Miami Heat, because they have Jimmy Butler, and just because they have like a top 10 player on their team, that's going to be the reason why they make it. But at the same time, got to be a little bit more realistic. They don't really perform very well in the regular season.
Say playoff lock for Dallas Mavericks.
Yeah.
Not as good as the Clippers or Cleveland, but Luka's good enough to take the Mavericks there, by himself.
Again,
But-
Mavericks
he's
will probably
got Kyrie
be in that
Irving.
4-5.
He's got Kyrie Irving. Let's
From
not
the-
forget.
Yeah, but they finished worse last year with pairing Kyrie with Luka. So
Barely play together, but
Luka by himself, yeah, but Luka by himself is enough to take him to the playoffs. But it gets pretty like dull from there. I see like a first round exit still.
okay.
There was somebody traded to the Mavericks.
Grant Williams.
Seth Curry.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I mean, that's probably not going to do.
Grant Williams.
Yeah,
Good 3-point shooter.
Going to help. Yeah, it's definitely going to help. I mean, oh my God, their 3-point shooting is just insane right now.
Yeah.
But where's their center?
Maxi Kleber. And
I don't even know who he is.
you don't know Maxi Kleber?
Nope.
Come on, man.
Nope. Sorry.
Derek Lively. Dwight Powell.
Who the fuck?
And that bench is lacking.
Yeah, they're definitely lacking in
Come on, Mark Cuban.
the front court for sure.
Come on, Mark
but-
Cuban. You gotta do better.
Yeah. So then we got New Orleans.
Garrett's almost Garrett's team. Spun a wheel. This team depends all on Zion Williamson.
Did not spin a wheel for that. I was down to 6 teams, okay?
This team depends all on Zion Williamson. I honestly,
Yeah, I don't.
think they're gonna do worse than they did last year.
Yeah. You think you're gonna do worse?
I think so. They'll drop maybe a couple games, but I think they're like a mid team. I think they're mid. Better than the Rockets.
Mid?
I think
I don't think
mid.
they're mid at all.
They're mid.
I don't
Not
think
mid,
they're mid at all,
dude.
bro. You're tripping.
I think they'll be mid this season.
Bro, they have Brandon Ingram, CJ McCollum,
Well, let's say this: the
Zion.
Mavericks are going
Zion
to
up if he stays healthy.
the Mavericks are going to be better. OKC is going to be better. The only teams they're going to be better than is possibly the Jazz, the Rockets, and the Spurs.
They're better than all three of these teams.
They're going to be.
They're
They're going
gonna, dude, they're better than every single other
They are-
Eastern Conference. Dude,
Are you crazy?
Western Conference
They
is
are.
so
They are not better than any of those three
It's
teams.
tricky.
Yes, they are.
No.
Did you
way.
not
We have
watch
to
basketball
look at
last year?
Oh, I watched basketball last year.
How are they not better than Brooklyn? How are they not? Okay, Brooklyn is better than probably what we think. I'll give you Brooklyn. Maybe that's a toss,
Brooklyn,
though.
and Atlanta lost to the. First of all three of those teams are in the other division. Second off,
Yeah,
Atlanta lost
West
one
is
game.
tough.
They're gonna be better than the three teams that they're in front of right now this year. Maybe better than the Bulls, but not Brooklyn and Atlanta.
Excuse me?
If that's the case, I want to put the Bulls at mid then, because if,
Did you hear this guy? I think Pelicans are playoff hopeful. We just put them there because if Zion can't stay healthy, I don't think they make playoffs.
that's the reason why I put them at mid, because
That's
I don't
different
want
right
to take
there.
I
That's
don't
all
I don't
different.
want to roll I don't want to roll the risk of Zion being healthy. I guess if
So you're just automatically saying Zion's just not going to play
he
all
gets
year.
hurt every
He's
fucking
just not
year,
gonna-
dude. He gets hurt every year. When
So
has he had a healthy season?
yep, we're just calling it right there. We're just calling it before the season starts. Yep,
Yeah.
New Orleans not making the playoffs.
I don't
Zion's not
think
going
they're
to be healthy.
Oh, I'm sorry. You want to lie that up to Brandon Ingram?
Yeah, I do actually. Brandon Ingram's a dog.
He can't do it by himself.
He's not by himself. He has CJ McCollum.
Anyone else? Like a center?
They have Jonas Valanciunas, which isn't terrible.
It's a decent sniper.
Not terrible.
That's what I'm. They have a decent roster, and
But
they
I
have
think,
great
dude, I
role
think-
players.
There's no way that they're at least not competing for a playoff spot.
That's what I'm saying. There's no way they're mid.
The Pelicans are dead mid, like dead even. Like I'd put them not terrible, not great. They're right in the middle.
Not just put them on the same level as Rockets.
They're below the Mavericks. They're below the Timberwolves. They're below the Hawks.
Are they below the Timberwolves?
Yeah. Timberwolves are playoff lock.
The
They're a playoff
Timberwolves
lock after
are a
they were
playoff
8
lock.
and got destroyed.
They get a fresh start with Karl Anthony, Rudy Gobert, Anthony Edwards is
Rudy Gobert just came
still
off like the worst season of his career. Anyways, let's go on. Oh, we got the New York Knickknacks. I have never seen this logo before. I don't know what that is.
I'd say
But
is
I
the
would
newer one.
say
playoff lock. New York
I think-
Knicks were the fifth seed.
the thing is, I would say playoff lock because they were like a 4 seed.
They were the
but-
fifth seed
It's
All
also the Knicks, and it scares the crap out of me.
because they're above the Nets and
No, I forgot that. I'm starting to remember the roster now, and I agree. If we're gonna put the Mavericks and we're gonna put the Heat, we're gonna put all those teams on there. We should definitely put the Knicks, the
definitely.
playoff lock. Yeah.
I think we can say they're a playoff lock, but I can't tell you where they're gonna be, which is weird.
They're probably gonna be around the 5th or 6th seed
They're
again.
too good to miss the playoffs. They're too good to miss the playoffs. But I don't know if that's going to be a 3 seed or if they're going to be an 8 seed. Like, it's weird.
Okay,
Or like, I mean, clearly they're going to make the play-in no matter what.
this
That's like the
season
worst.
this season might just end up like another 2023-2022 season unless RJ Barrett goes to some type of a new level, which they've been hoping since they've drafted him, and he hasn't really, he's been good, but he hasn't exceeded expectations. Or unless they acquire a big man, which is what the Knicks have always struggled with. I think RJ Barrett needs to step it up. Otherwise, it's going to be like the same thing that happened last year. Maybe they even exit the playoffs earlier than that. I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, I just think, there's no way that they're just going to miss. It's pretty simple. I mean, it's glad that the Knicks are back and making the playoffs again.
They're an excellent season team, but they're not a very good postseason playoff team.
Yeah, didn't they lose in the first round?
I'm not sure. I have to go back and check. It's been a while.
Who did?
The Knicks made the second
No,
round.
the Knicks.
actually.
The Knicks made the second
The
round.
Knicks won. I
Yeah,
think 2 games
but then
in the
they
second
got
round.
destroyed by the Bucks. Yeah, they did. I forgot about that. It
It's
was
just-
the Cavs that lost.
It's
first
just
round.
it's just the style of the team. It's pretty limited. Like once you find out that RJ Barrett's not really going to be there for them, and then they don't have a big man, they kind of have to leave it up to Jalen Brunson and Julius Randle. Julius Randle's getting old, man.
Yeah, that is scary that Julius Randle is actually.
Julius Randle is literally 28, but
He might be. Yeah, he's not. He's not young
crazy.
anymore.
He's not old, but he's in his prime right now.
Anyways, that's it for the Knicks. OKC. This is tricky to me. Okay.
I'm gonna put him at mid.
Mid.
If that's the case, put the Bulls at mid.
Mid.
I don't want the Bulls up in playoff hopeful. Because
I think OKC is gonna be a little bit better with Chet fully healthy.
do you know that the Chicago Bulls were like 27th last year with efficiency and
I mean,
OKC.
did you forget
OKC
they had Shea?
Dude, OKC is the roster in OKC is way better than Chicago's. Chicago needs to.
I don't think it is.
Chicago needs to be mid. I think we switch OKC with Chicago. I think they should be playoff hopeful because
No shot.
Dude, it's a young team. They got Chet Holmgren back. Dude, the hype for this team this year is I can't wait to see them play. Shea Gilgeous and Chet Holmgren, I can't wait to see them play. I think they're going to be better than the Bulls.
Garrett, what do you think, man? I'm good with leading with them.
Playoff hopeful.
I say
I think they're a playing team.
I see they make a play-in. I don't think the Bulls
Dude,
make
they were
a
a
play-in.
playing team last year.
The
If anything, they're
OKC.
getting
Oh
better
yeah,
this
they
year.
were. Yeah, I kind of forgot about that.
I don't think
They're
the
a
Bulls
ninth seed.
make it though.
All right, all right, fine. Well, I gotta leave the
Yeah, I
Bulls
don't
in
know
there.
why we're. I still no. I don't think the Bulls are.
All right, fine.
That pisses
All right.
me off. But
It pisses me
I
off
think
that the
they're
Atlanta Falcons are still playoff hope.
Falcons.
Or Falcons. Atlanta. Sorry, we do NFL. So the Atlanta Hawks are still up there.
Yeah. Hawks should be there. Playoff hopeful.
No.
Hawks should be there. We trade.
Bulls
there's
have
too
a
much-
better roster.
They have the play. They made the playoffs last year. Why can't you say they're not playoff hopeful? You can't call them mid. They haven't missed a playoff.
The only reason the Bulls didn't make the playoffs because they were injury prone.
Yeah. Also, they relied on three players though. Their style was easy to clamp up.
All right.
Next team, Magic.
Mid as fuck. but
I'm gonna say mid
I'm
Just
also
mid.
say mid.
I'm gonna say mid as
because
fuck.
clearly this team still isn't good enough to. I mean, there's too much talent. You got the likes of this young team is starting to improve a little bit. They're definitely developing like they should, but they're still not there yet. This team is the East is just well, it's not good, but still
It's a team that has stayed in the basement.
they're still just bottom of the barrel. Still not in garbage is because they're in the East, and
It's-
they could still probably going to be sitting at like that 11th or 12th seed spot.
I wouldn't count Orlando out for a play-in spot, but they've been in the basement for quite a while, and people are expecting them to have like a kind of like a little breakout year. I don't really see any standout players, but for some reason, people still believe that this team is going to make a play-in spot, and I don't see it.
I definitely don't think they have a chance at all. I'm almost contemplating putting them in garbage.
I think they're worse than they were last year. I mean, what did they get last year? Orlando won 34
Oh, very
games.
good. Worst.
I mean, they have Paulo, but
Yeah. Paulo.
Paulo's going to be the reason why this team is going to like bump up. A little bit.
yeah, I was gonna say Paulo's the reason they're not here.
Yeah.
All right, Portland.
At least
I'm gonna
they
go ahead and put
actually
him.
have sort of.
Yeah.
Portland, I'll put garbage.
There's no way.
I have.
Garbage.
Oh man.
I'm gonna
Okay.
say-
I have a really, really good preference about this. I think the Blazers
Why?
could be playoff hopeful.
No.
In
They
the
got-
West?
They got rid of Dame. They got rid of
Yep.
CJ.
Not even kidding.
It's up to Scoot Henderson for this fucking team. And they have DeAndre Ayton and Wahoo.
Shaden Sharp, Anthony Simons.
I don't.
They also have Robert Williams now.
I just don't see this team being better
And
than
Malcolm
when they had,
Brogdon.
I don't see this team being better than when they had Dame.
They got a lot of pieces, and they have Chris Murray.
Bro, this team.
Portland finished 33.
This
30,
team is like the version of the Nets.
the
The
Pistons.
Western version of the Nets.
The Pistons
Like
were
they don't have anybody that's like a
I'm sorry.
star. But
the
they
Blazers
have a
were
lot
the
of
third worst
decent
team in the
pieces
West.
on that team. There's no way that they don't at least compete and get like that top 10.
Bro, you're talking. The Chicago Bulls got 40 wins in the East.
I was gonna say, dude, if we're gonna put the Bulls in mid, I do not feel good about them.
The Bulls had 40 wins in the East, and the Blazers with Damian Lillard had 33 wins. And you're gonna
Dame
tell
was
me,
injured pretty much all year, bro.
but you're gonna tell me that 33 wins, dude, they can't be better than without Dame. I just.
I agree. I don't know, man.
I don't know.
I'm all about moving the Hawks down and putting Chicago
As
and
long-
Portland up there.
As long as Trae Young is on that team, no shot. I think any team with Trae Young is going to be playoff hopeful. He can lead a subpar Atlanta Hawks team to beat the Sixers in the first round of the playoffs. I don't know what to say.
You guys suck.
No, we don't suck. He's good.
do.
He's fucking good. He dropped like 40-point games on us. He's like He's like Luka. He carries a team in the playoffs, and then it's just murky water from there. Indiana Pacers are gonna be mid.
I still think they're mid.
Okay.
Again, the same thing that we were talking about with the Magic. Like, you got Miles Turner, who's okay, and then you got Howard Burton. He's really good too.
Buddy
But
Hield.
who else is on that team?
Buddy Hield, Obi
Just a bunch of
Toppin.
nobodies after that.
Obi Toppin and Buddy
You still
Hield.
need-
You, hello, Obi Toppin and
How
Buddy
about
Hield.
how about Benedict Mathurin, their rookie last year? That was really good.
Benedict Mathurin, yeah.
Obi Toppin just
Mathurin?
That's
You
about
mean
it.
you mean Mathurin? Benedict Mathurin?
And Bruce Brown.
He's still.
Okay, I'm just gonna say this. There's the talent in the NBA today right now. There's so many good players.
I just
There's
don't
so
get.
many.
I just don't get why we're calling the Rockets. Okay, I'm sorry. Why are we calling the Rockets mid when they won 22 games last year and Charlotte won 27?
Because they completely revamped the roster.
Then you
I've
can
said
say the
that
same
twice
thing.
now.
You can say the same thing about Charlotte. They got a bunch of brand new rookies. The roster's completely changed, but Charlotte's still expected to be trash.
Fine. If you
I don't know. I don't really know. I don't know what to say. I think Indiana's mid.
You know what? Yeah, put Rockets in trash.
They gotta be.
I'm down to put the Magic in trash.
Dude, do it. I'm all for it. Orlando 134.
Yeah, that seems better.
And we call the Washington Wizards trash. Would we call the Washington Wizards trash?
Mhm.
Well,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter.
That
Party.
one-
Then
Party
Orlando
don't
finished.
matter.
Orlando finished below them. So
All right, Detroit Pistons.
Pistons. Yeah, I want to put them in the trash.
Mid? No, they are not trash anymore.
I was gonna say, I don't
getting-
think they're trash.
They're going to be the second worst team
I don't
in
know.
the
They're
league.
teetering between this, but
Second worst team in the league behind the Hornets.
They are the worst team in mid if we put them in mid.
They
yeah,
were the worst team last year. They're
they
garbage.
got some good pieces though.
They're garbage. Cade Cunningham's the only thing they got going for
And Luka Garza. No,
them.
Dude, Luka Garza, man, he might do some things on that.
They need to do some shit.
yeah, dude.
They need to build around Cade, and they're not doing it. Until
They got Killian Hayes, man. They got Jaden Ivey. They got.
I
Thompson.
cannot believe you're calling the worst team in the league mid. They won 17 games last year with Cade Cunningham, and they did literally nothing.
I'm down to move them in the garbage.
They're garbage.
Yeah, let's go trash. Actually.
Yeah.
I can't believe
Sacramento playoff lock.
This one's gonna be interesting. Contender.
What?
I can't believe-
No.
Oh
No,
no,
I'm kidding.
Sacramento Kings
If
are.
they don't make the playoffs, I don't know what else to say.
Dude, they have a team. Harrison
Keegan Murray,
Barnes,
dog.
Harrison Barnes, Deontay Burton.
But
De'Aaron
really,
Fox,
all we
Kevin
care about is
Huerter,
Keegan Murray.
Kevin
Yep,
Herter.
Exactly.
De'Aaron Fox.
I was gonna say I was
Murray,
waiting for
Keegan
De'Aaron
Murray.
Fox.
We had Malik Monk too.
Keegan Murray. And Keegan Murray as well.
Malik Monk.
All right.
But yeah, I think it's pretty obvious that this team is.
Also, should I keep in mind Domantas Sabonis?
It is virtually the exact same team as last year. Obviously, in that like 3 to 7 spot, anything can really happen. But there's no way
Yeah.
this team is like a play.
Domantas Sabonis was also the rebound leader.
Absolutely.
Rebounds per game leader last year's Domantas
The
Sabonis.
Suns. What do you guys?
Super team.
Interesting.
They got to be contenders. They got to be contenders. That roster.
Yeah, in a way.
Got to be.
How many times have we said that before, and they ended up being like a 5 seed?
Phoenix Suns will probably be third, in my opinion. Over the Lakers, better than the Celtics, not better than the Bucks and the Nuggets.
God, you think the Lakers are gonna get 2 seed? That is mad.
It's the sun is shining bright in Phoenix.
Oh,
we'll
man.
just say that.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah,
the Suns
you know, I
gonna
don't really
set
need
in
to
the
say anymore.
semifinals again.
San Antonio. San Antonio.
The team that team is absolute garbage.
But they have Greg
You
Popovich.
don't know
I
what
gotta
Wemby's
tell you
gonna do
right
for
now.
him.
Yeah, we said the same thing about
But
LaMelo.
holy shit, you're like,
We said the same thing.
Oh my God.
Guys, let's
it's
hold
so
on.
hard.
Hold on. Let's
No,
take a
they're
breath.
not garbage. I don't think they're garbage.
Let's take a breath here. Okay?
I'm putting them in mid.
They were the second worst team last year, besides the Rockets. They were tied with the Rockets. We said the same thing about LaMelo. We said the same thing about Jalen Green. We said the same thing about Cade Cunningham, and look at where those teams are. They're trash.
I mean, did you see what he did in like 21 minutes?
Preseason.
Of play?
It's
preseason, damn it!
It doesn't mean anything. Not even the regular season means
All right, we're
anything.
putting it up to a vote. Who votes mid?
I vote garbage.
I think mid, obviously, but like
Garbage.
I'm
just
going mid.
because of Wemby,
Okay.
they're of everybody else in the garbage.
I do feel like they'll be better than the Pistons and the Hornets and the Magic. Don't know about
Wemby
the Wizards.
MVP
Don't know if they'll be better than Portland, but what can
in the
you do?
Western Conference. He just goes out and goes like 30. and 10.
Sixers put as contenders.
Trash. Yep, I like that. Yep,
Dude,
Yep.
dude,
I
why?
like that.
Why?
All right, Toronto Raptors. No,
I know it's not
yeah,
sunny.
obviously.
I know it's not sunny in Philadelphia.
I don't really think we should put them in contenders, but I will put them up front.
We have Kelly Oubre, Patrick Beverly, Mo Bamba. Those were some moves that we had. Embiid and Tyrese Maxey are going to be amazing, and then we still have James Harden. I think we could be a contender still.
Yeah. I mean, I think this is gonna be. There's nothing different. I mean, is Harden gonna play?
we'll see, but it doesn't matter.
What is Harden gonna do?
Doesn't matter.
No, I honestly,
He probably-
I'm in the dark with him. But if he doesn't play,
He has to
not
play.
gonna lie, I wouldn't expect him doing any better than like the 5 seed.
He has to play or he's not making money. So he said he's going to continue to play, but the damage that Daryl Morey did is not repairable. So we'll see. We'll see.
I see a lot of load management in Harden's future.
Probably.
We back and we back.
Guess who's back? TJ
And
back.
we back and we back and we. Oh, that Chance the Rapper song. Oh,
Yeah.
I will say Kelly Oubre and Pat Beverly and the
song's so good.
Mo Bamba edition is going to be great for Philly.
Yeah. I'll go ahead. I went ahead and put Toronto in garbage.
Toronto?
Yeah.
Toronto is better than the Jazz. I put them in mid. Maybe even
Listen to what I'm saying. They just traded away Fred VanVleet. I don't really think they have anybody except Pascal and OG Anunoby.
They're better on paper than they are on the court. But they have Nick Nurse as their. They have Pascal Siakam, Anunoby,
Scotty Barnes, I
Scotty
suppose,
Barnes
is
still.
someone.
They also got Dennis Schroeder as the.
Yeah, they got
VanVleet
Grady
replacement.
Dick. Yep, they got Grady Dick.
Yeah, you're completely underestimating the Raptors. I think the Raptors could even be playoff hopeful, like a play-in spot if they wanted to be.
All right, I'm putting them there. Hopefully they don't suck.
Because we put the Thunder in playoff hopeful.
Yeah. That was not my doing. I was going to put them in mid. So,
You're going to put the Hawks in mid, too.
yeah, because they are mid.
They're not mid.
They have two good players.
All right.
So did the fucking Mavericks, but they're playoff lock. Oh.
Their two good players are better. These two good players are on a different level than these two players.
Trey Young.
Luka Doncic, MVP candidate. Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving.
Trey Young levels up to pretty much levels out with Luka is possibly better than Kyrie. If you're saying that Luka is better than Kyrie.
Luka, what?
Is Luka better than
Oh,
Kyrie?
yeah, I was also going to say about the
Yeah, no
Mavericks,
shit.
Don't forget about Christian Wood. Don't forget about Christian Wood, too.
They have a way better roster than the Atlanta Hawks.
Let's put Toronto at the top of mid. I'd feel satisfied with that.
No,
Yes. They're
bro, Toronto's gonna be terrible.
I don't think they're gonna be that good. I really don't.
They have good coaching. They
They
have
need
Pascal.
to blow it up, dude.
They have
They're
Pascal,
gonna trade
Anobi, Scotty
everybody in there.
Barnes, Dennis Schroeder. They have a solid lineup. I think they'll be decent. Not better than the Thunder, but they'll be better than.
I think you guys are giving the Thunder too much credit.
No, the Thunder will be like 18th.
No, they made the play-in, bro. I wouldn't be doing that.
They also get Chet Holmgren. They also get Chet Holmgren. So
Buddy, we still got a lot of teams left, though.
Utah,
Obviously, who knows how Chet is gonna do? But clearly, he was drafted number 2. You would think he's drafted number. Don't you dare!
Utah Jazz are mid. Utah Jazz are mid. I'm gonna say king of the
I'm gonna take
mid.
the reins for this one.
King of the mids.
So I would like to tell you right now.
You're better than last year. You're not.
We finished 12th. 12th last year. So let's keep that in mind. Okay.
Yep.
I don't see the beginning of the season, and we were the 1 seed for about 5 games.
Mm-hmm.
That was hilarious. First of all, so we added John Collins. Our front court looks absolutely insane, dude. We have like I swear to God, we have like the tallest front court in the whole league. We have Walker Kessler, who only is getting better. He was a rookie last year, and he was like a 2nd-round pick. He's looking like the Rudy Gobert placement and he's already doing like better than what he was already. He was as good as Rudy Gobert last year in his rookie year.
I'm moving it here.
Laurie Markkinen,
Relax.
Hold on.
Alan Horton-Tucker,
Hold on.
who was already bad.
You changed my mind, all right?
He's like he's decent.
Okay.
And we got 3 first-round picks this year. Sensabaugh from Ohio State, Keontae George, who was 2nd in the Summer League MVP. Obviously, that doesn't mean that most likely that's not going to mean much for his first year. But we also, who was the other guy? We drafted, I got to look this up.
Garrett, can I say a couple things?
He didn't look that good. Like, who was the first guy we drafted? Taylor Hendricks. Keontae George, like, what I think we should do is end up putting Keontae George and starting him at point guard so he can actually get minutes and actually develop, because he's probably going to be the best one out of the 3 by far. He looked like the best rookie in the whole draft. Like, we had got an absolute steal in this draft, and I think it's obviously we didn't get much. We got like a little better this offseason, but like for the future, these draft picks are gonna end up being super good. So I think we are. This is what I think personally. I think we are at the end. We are right behind OKC in the playoff hopeful, just because we got better.
Yes.
I don't think we will make the play-in, but I think we're gonna move up like a spot, or we'll be right at that 10 spot. That's what I'm thinking.
All right. Sounds good.
Yeah. No, honestly, I think.
Unless you guys have anything else to say.
I think.
Nope, I ain't got nothing to say.
I think that was a fair point. I think. Well, also, you also have to where's John Collins? You're like, basically this team. If the Western Conference wasn't so fucking stacked, like if you guys were in the Eastern Conference, I would say you easily are like a playoff hopeful spot. But you guys, like, the Western Conference is stacked so much that even the Timberwolves had a hard, even the Lakers had a hard time with like seeding. So honestly, with the improvements you made, you're kind of like a big what if team. So like, how was John Collins gonna fit in? Colin Sexton showed like a lot of potential, but he's got to perform a lot better if you guys want to make a playoff spot.
Yeah, he needs to start. He needs to be more. He needs to start being more efficient on the offensive end.
Also, your head coach.
Because it scares me for being like 6'11" that he can't like. I guess it's going to be a little bit different the way he is offensively now because he's going to be a power forward instead of a center.
I do want to say
that is
this.
a all-ass front court. Dude.
I do want to say this.
We have 6'10", 6'11", and like 7'1".
I do want to say you will be weaker than OKC. I do think Toronto's going to be better than you too.
I mean, it's not a guarantee, but
for that reason, I think you're
like anything can happen.
I think you're mid. I think you improved a little bit, but if it wasn't for your conference being so stacked, the Jazz would be a pretty solid team. They're a solid team, but you just have to go up against better teams. I don't know how to put it.
It's crazy. Golden State Warriors. This one is tricky to me. I don't know where to put them.
Curry, Yuri, Vinigi. I'll put them in
I got
playoff contender.
They are not contenders.
They're definitely They're definitely over Philly.
Dude.
Definitely over Philly.
Dude, they are not contenders.
Okay, can you explain to me why they're not contenders?
They added Chris Paul in free
They
agency.
haven't gotten any better, and everybody else has gotten better, or they haven't gotten any better, and it's not like the conference has gotten any worse either. If anything, the conference has gotten like I mean, this whole core is getting older, bro.
No,
But you
LeBron
obviously
James
have
fucking
Steph Curry.
30
That
what,
whole-
8?
that core is so good with each other. That's like the sole reason
Jonathan Kuminga is going to take Jordan Poole's place.
why they're actually going to make the playoff. Tenders, dude.
Jonathan Kuminga is going to take over for Jordan Poole, and then Chris Paul being added to the roster in case Curry goes out or to play with Curry is going to be fucking amazing, and it's going to be
I don't
better
think
than the
Golden
Sixers.
State. Golden State is not at any of these people's levels, though.
Golden State last year, because the league was stacked, was supposed to be like 10th. They're now, I think they're projected to be like a top 6 team this year, which is crazy to me. But I mean, if they
Not any
perform
better.
well, I think they're a contender.
They were a 70th last year.
They're going to be better than Dallas.
They were a 6th seed.
They're
pretty
gonna be-
sure.
They're going to be better than
With
Dallas.
no health issues.
They're going to be better than Dallas. They're going to be better than Cleveland. They're better than the Philly.
They're 60.
So
I wouldn't say Klay Thompson was exactly like himself last year. I'll say that, but
I'll say they're a contender. They have a spot. They have a chance. You know,
I don't know, man. It's tricky with Golden State right now because, I mean, look what happened to them when Steph Curry was the only person on the team.
You know, also when we think about
They
it,
were like,
name one team when their only superstar is available.
hold on.
What happens to them?
When we think about it, though, Sacramento finished 3rd last year. Sacramento was 3 seed spots higher than Golden State. So, is Chris Paul really that much of a difference maker?
Anyways, I don't really see a problem with them being a contending spot. I don't.
If that's the case, I want Sacramento to be a contender.
keep in mind, TJ, you are a Warriors. You root for the Warriors. So I see why you wouldn't have an issue.
Well, to be fair, Chris Paul took a shitty OKC team to an 8th round seed, and took them to the playoffs. So Chris Paul does make a phenomenal difference on teams.
Yeah, no, fuck it. They didn't get any better in Garrett's quotes. So fuck it. They didn't get any better.
I'm just gonna say, if we're gonna put Golden State as a contender, we need Sacramento as a contender, because Sacramento was 3 seeds higher.
I'm not putting them as a contender. They're too young.
They were 3 seeds higher than the Warriors, so
Doesn't matter. Memphis was a number 1 seed and they lost in the first round. So
that's because of Dylan Brooks.
that is not just because of Dylan Brooks.
Also,
Their team did not play well. Their team did not fucking play
There
well
were a bunch
against
of
the Lakers and they lost.
there were a bunch of fucking chemistry issues on that team, including John Morant. So
All right, we're just gonna put here.
Wizards are fucking trash. No one fucking cares about
Yeah,
them.
they're just.
Fuck Jordan Poole.
It's gonna be a pool party.
Fuck
It's
Jordan
gonna be a
Poole.
pool party, but they're gonna be trash.
Kyle Kuzey, hey, Hey, you got Kuzi and Jordan Poole. I think
Any of their rosters, is this roster better than any of these rosters? No. Okay, moving on.
Memphis Grizzlies.
That's why I said put it on the back.
Last year's number 2 seed out west won't have John Morant for 25 games, and they don't have Dylan Brooks. But they added Marcus Smart to replace Dylan Brooks. They got Derrick Rose as well on the Grizzlies. They're out 25 games though. I think they're going to take a really big drop. They're going to be like, I'm going to say they're a playoff lock, but they're like last option. That sound fair?
Yeah, I'm thinking.
Okay.
You think they're the last option? Oh yeah, because Jaw's not.
I want to put the Timberwolves at playoff lock, but actually no.
I can't do that.
Nah, I can't do that. Yeah, sorry. I mean, they have a good squad. It's just
that team is too talented to put. There's too many good players on that team for us to say they're not playoff hopeful. But like, they just keep underperforming like every single dude. They're like the Chargers.
That's the main issue. Minnesota lacks production besides their top 3, and if one of them gets hurt, it's a huge issue for the team.
All right, I'm gonna stop screen sharing, but this is our teams right quick, and then we can like talk about them.
But I like this. I like this. Maybe besides LA and Sacramento, I think LA might have a potential contending spot, but.
Dude,
I like it. No, dude, their roster's far too talented to be just like a playoff lock. The fact is, they just underperform. Like Kawhi was, like, when Kawhi went from Toronto to LA, there was a huge drop off in his production. Like you could just see, like it was like he wasn't trying as much. I'm really hoping Kawhi has like a bounce back year and the Clippers do something other than disappoint people.
They have 2 low-tier superstars and a like a decent depth. That's about it. There's nothing else for them to fall back on.
Yeah.
I guess there's a little bit of a bonus because they ended up. I mean, they have years together, but they haven't taken that next step, and I will not believe it until they actually do it. That's really all I got. But yeah, that's about it for this. I'm fucking stoked. I can't wait for the Jazz to prove you all wrong this year.
Stupid. I'm not going to
let
get
the Bulls to start another rebuild, and I can't wait for the 76ers to lose in the divisional or the semifinals again.
We'll see. Tyrese Maxey could be MVP. You know, we'll just see.
MVP. Yeah, sure. But yeah, thanks for watching this again.
Happy Halloween.
Thanks for sitting down and staying a while with us. Yeah, happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween, people.
Yes, sir. All right.
Be safe.
Like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what your predictions are of this NBA season. And
peace.
Llama, red pajama. I go read the story with mama.
It's the Cruise Show.
Mama kiss her baby head. Mama about to go.
Real 92.3. Let's go.
Llama, red pajama. Read the story with mama. Llama, red pajama. I read a big story with mama. Mama kisses baby hair. Mama about to go downstairs.
Llama, red pajama. I feel alone with my mama. Baby llama wanna drink. Mama at the sink.